It's time to have a bit of a bevy, and then we shall give Enrique another momento, and then we will dive in with all due haste and alacrity.
Someone remind me where we left off.
We just got kicked out of the party after tripping up.
Oh, the Scourge.
Yeah, the Scourge.
Fuck that guy. Poor girl.
Evangelista. And we were escorted out. We were dropped outside of a building that was not where we originally arrived. And a cement truck crashed into the building as we were exiting.
Which truck? Garbaje. A garbaje. A basura.
Garbage.
A basura. A trash. A refuge. A bin truck, if you will. So, I believe the moment is past.
Liquor.
Yes, it's all good. So, is situation. It is the year of our Lord 2025. It is a Friday evening, and we are all gathered. So before we dive in with all due haste, all due alacrity, all due intentions of driving from this moment until the close of day for these particular characters, do we have any questions? Does everyone remember where we are? And most importantly, what questions do each of us have? You all get to decide on whether we're going in alphabetical or anti-alphabetical order.
Not it.
I don't have any questions.
I already asked my question. Which was, where were we? So.
About how long did that whole us being there / interaction / shenanigans last? Like, about what time of night is it? And how obvious was that trash truck crashing? Like, how close were we?
Let's go in reverse order because I almost forgot the first two lead-in questions. You are roughly 3/4 of a block south of where that truck hits. That's where the alley between the two closest buildings are, and you're sure that you were in one of them, but of course those buildings also have connective tissues between them. One of the many design features and functions of buildings such as this on the coast is that there's usually a causeway, a treadway, or breezeway between them in case of storms, so that no one gets trapped on the upper floors without being able to escape easily. As far as how unsightly it is Hollywood is a trash heap. And I don't mean that like there's piles of trash piled up, but it is the place that most others look down on, even despite all of the wealth that is inherent in the space. Senators, professional sports stars, movie makers, as well as actors and other celebrities live in and around the area. When people often say that they're from Miami, what they really mean is they're from Hollywood. When people say that they, live in Fort Lauderdale, they're usually talking about actually residing in Hollywood. The founders of Hollywood were so forward thinking and plotting and planning that it is the perfect middle space, both for dreams of vacationing in Fort Lauderdale, the vacationing possible for Miami. It is there's no other way to say it. The founders of Hollywood were hundreds of years ahead of their time, and they codified tax breaks and zoning and city planning, envisioning things that had not even been considered elsewhere, far in advance. So, one of those many things in regards to what I mean by it being a trash heap is that it knows that people will be here. It knows that people bring their filth. And so they have a literal 24/7 streets and sanitation department. There's always a garbage truck or a golf cart or even a streetwalker making sure that the public ways, especially along the broad walk, are clear of rubbish. There's always a truck or some streets and sanitation employee, never too far. Which means most people don't pay attention to them. Most locals don't pay attention to them. They're literally everywhere, nearly at all times. However, tourists, partiers, out of towners, or returning visitors notice them in the oddest of places, and them crashing or interrupting their service is a thing that draws eyes. It's literally something saying, "Hey, look at me!" Or worse yet, screaming fire in a movie theater.
Okay, so
And the
we
third
should
question
probably.
slept past me.
It was about how long was it between us getting there, all of that shit going on inside, and us getting kicked out? Like, about what time of night is it?
It is just about 10:30, 10:45. You all got there not long after the setting of the sun. So you've been there from start to finish roughly about 2.5, 3 hours.
Like, I got it. It definitely felt faster, but I'm sure things like it's like time dilation. That about answers it for me, and I think it helps us everybody else figure out possible plans going forward.
So are we driving back, or are we still in the parking lot watching the chaos, basically?
There was no parking lot. We got pushed out of a side door and ended up on like a sidewalk
Oh.
away from where we originally parked, which is about maybe like 2 blocks from here now, because we parked a block away, walked in, and now we are on a whole different block because we got pushed out a side door.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yep, that was it for me.
Is anybody actually moving out of the garbage truck? Is there any movement from there?
The driver is freaking out. The passenger is beginning to freak out. They're looking to, as you're facing them, they're looking to their right or your left to a space between the buildings that they can see from where they are.
Ooh.
What do you guys think? Should we go investigate? That seems pretty suspicious.
We should definitely go investigate.
How about we not? We have things to do. We have places to be.
Do we?
What do we got? What do we got to do?
We have to return them fucking bracelets and tell her what we know.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but what if this is important? So what if that was an attack? Wouldn't they want to know that?
That's their problem, not our problem. We'll mention it, but I don't think we should be here, because you know what happens when crashes happen? Human cops come getting fucking involved, and we don't want to be here for that.
Right on cue, you all hear sirens. Right on cue, as you all are looking towards the siren, you hear a motherfucker, and you see a trash man, a homeless person, rush the garbage truck and begin assaulting the driver. You
Hey, they have
see,
help. Let's go.
you see the passenger door being attempted to be opened by a. There's no other way to say it. A movie star, a classic beauty from days of yore. And then you see a gentleman who could best be described as a undercover cop. He's got the well coiffed late 80s hairstyle. He looks exactly, when you close your eyes and envision what a cool cop would look like, that's him. It's only a few seconds before they potentially notice you as witnesses to whatever it is that they are attempting.
Yeah, we should
I
probably get
kind
going.
of hook my arms around everybody and start corralling them. Very gently but hurriedly, like, go. Shoot, we're leaving.
Those
These ain't no
people,
snitch.
though.
That's their motherfucking problem. But they have people there. They'll call the cops or not. Let's go.
Are the people coming from the direction they were freaking out in?
As you're trying to get a view on what was taking place and what was happening, Kyra, would you be so kind as to go ahead and roll your wits plus athletics? Fortune, would you be so kind as to go ahead and roll your strength plus either athletics if you're gently attempting to do so, or your brawl if you are gently body tackling everyone out of sight and away from that.
She doesn't need to tackle me. I'm moving.
So it was strength plus brawl, right?
Strength plus brawl or strength plus athletics. Your DC is set by Kyra, who's trying to rubberneck.
I'm gonna do the more
Hey,
aggressive notion
hey, wait,
because
wait,
my
wait.
pool is like 7 for that. So, yeah.
But they're coming out. Like we could, but they're just. Hey, wait! It's just fuck.
They might need help.
Matter of fact, if she wants to add a dot, I will help.
You don't need any.
I don't need help. I got it. Although I'm just mentally picturing Egypt scruffing Kyra like a misbehaving cat.
She's definitely muttering like, if you don't shut the fuck up, we're trying to go.
Somebody might have gotten hurt.
The way those people are coming after him, it looks like they're gonna get hurt. Oh shit. Does it look like this driver and passenger of this garbage truck can protect themselves?
We can't just. Hey.
Yeah, about that.
You want me to manhandle you like a toddler? Because I will.
It's
I will
a
pick you up
conviction.
and
I
put
gotta
you
make.
on my-
I gotta see if you
and
can
I
go
will
against
leave
this
you
conviction.
there.
Yeah. I guess they're not sick, but I am curious, so I'm just like wiggling from your from your hand, just not touching the ground. Like, come on.
Thing to give them their roll. Bear with me one quick second here. We forgot a little bit of the notes that I needed, but that one. Aha. He didn't put it in there, son of a. All right, well, we're gonna do it this way.
A biscuit.
Yep. We'll
Great.
use those stats for now. Okay. That's just a stand-in because that's all they was giving me at the moment. Um, so with that reality, the mechanical basis of it, as Katarina moves you all, as Fortune, right? No, wait, I'm lost. No, kidding.
Which one
Um,
of you
as
are you?
as Katarina moves you all into an alcove, out of sight, bodily, there is a driving compunction on your part, Cypress. There is no way that that homeless person, that tall, gangly, Abraham Lincoln heighted individual, uh, should have been as quick as he was. You saw the hood and just the height of the person setting on them, and yeah, no one that tall and that fast has not been through the ringer. Their clothes look like they've been through hell or lives in the elements. So they certainly know how to fight. You may have even, if you really think about it, you may have probably even seen them on one of those old '90s, early 2000s guerrilla filmed mixed martial arts things that they did. The bum fights, the backyard brawls, the street slaughters. You sure that's the sort of person that you've witnessed, even in passing, beating the hell out of something, usually inanimate, or at least presently inanimate, formerly living individual, much like that garbage truck driver who was clearly ill prepared for whatever hell they unleashed.
We gotta go help them. They're not gonna last against a homeless dude strung out on whatever he's strung out on, because that dude is not normal. We gotta do something. We can't just let him. It was an accident. I'm sure it was. We gotta do something.
Bill, I'm gonna be real with you right now. I'm gonna take you by your hand as I say this shit.
Right.
It's probably other kindred. Do we really want to go getting ourselves involved in somebody other kindred's business when we got kindred business of our fucking own right now?
Look, it's the right thing to do. Let me go.
Where you all are and arguing and talking, conversing amongst yourself relatively quietly for all things, mixed in with the sirens between the wee woo coming from the general area of the garbage truck.
On the upside, I'm not in the ambulance tonight, and neither is my buddy because I ditched him.
How many times have I told her not to split the motherfucking party? I'm not going back to save nobody, but if you really want to fucking do this, then that will be splitting the party. We have somewhere to be.
Because I say to both, I'm like, look, the two of you that are giving a hard time, keep in mind I have both the strength and will to pick you up and hoist you both over one shoulder like a sack of potatoes. In Egypt, as I gesture vaguely in her direction, will not stop me. Because she also wants to get the fuck out of here.
All right. Cops are coming anyway, I guess. And do something.
Shay tries to kick you in the side because she's still dangling and completely misses.
The alcove of the building that you all are ensconced in, while you are discussing the way things are going to go, or might go, or should go, as you're making a plan for the foreseeable future for yourselves, realize that this building is technically open. It is one of those temporary office buildings where you can rent office space to use when you're abroad, and because of the financial dire straits the company is in, its attendants don't really give a shit. They show up, unlock the building, clock in, and then go fuck off for 8.5 hours, and then come back and lock the building up. where you all are right now is the alcove to the entryway to a at will office space. People pay online and register online, so there's no the attendants have figured out that no one needs to actually be there except for to open and unlock the place. And if they leave the place unlocked, as long as nothing's completely destroyed, they're okay.
How about this? We will cut in here, go to one of the higher levels, and watch and see what happens. If the coast is clear, we can go back and leave. If it's not, then we know to fucking hole up until all this shit's cleaned up. But we will need to get out of the area one way or the other. And you know she's going to be waiting for us. We don't want Farai coming to look for us. We really, really don't want Farai coming to look for us.
That's true.
Fine.
Or do you?
But if
Yeah.
we're gonna stick around, I'd rather, if we're gonna not help, we shouldn't stick around, right?
Yeah, if we're not gonna help, then I'm not just gonna stand here and watch them get killed.
Yeah, I'm glad we're all on the same page. I will go get the car.
We're all going. Because if I stand here, I'm gonna get involved.
Oh, you definitely are, because as you all are here on Surf Road, the nearest street where you, quarter of a block south of where you all are, is Elm Street. The reason why we're mentioning this factor as to where you all are on the Broadwalk is your car is parked closer to the Jimmy Buffett Memorial Highway. It is not in the direct path. Well, that's not true. But it is directly in the way that the police are seemingly coming from, the ambulances are seemingly coming from. The sirens are rushing towards your direction from. If you move that way, you probably needed to move 2.75 arguments ago. But you all can also, pretend to be innocent bystanders. After all, you are innocent bystanders, right? You weren't doing anything remotely illegal, noticeable, and, it's okay if you guys get arrested and they run your fingerprints, right?
Yeah, I'm
No.
a first responder.
Up until they realize we don't have fingerprints.
I mean, I do, but mine belong to a guy who should be dead by now, so probably shouldn't stick around, but we can't go past the cops, so office building.
I guess we're going to have to cut through the office building.
You guys can make a run for it. A quick walk. You can strut. It could be your runway. It could be the steps of the Met Gala as you all make the Metropolitan as you all make your way in. Right?
Oh yeah, we're all still dressed fancy, aren't we? Dang.
You are. Eye-catchingly fancy.
Fine, let's go in the fucking building.
We gotta duck out. Cypress is moving into the office building.
It is an immediate difference in temperature as you step across the threshold. Every building in procedure. Every building has a form of central heating and cooling, typically just cooling in Hollywood. It's the one quality of life factor that no matter which echelon
I think you just cut out.
No, it's the one facet of modern comfort that is, no matter which financial echelon you are part of, is a standard. It is the bare base minimum, and this building clearly is in better dire straits than you would normally assume, considering that it's cranked nearly full bore. The sort of chill and cold most people don't tolerate and kindred all but despise. Because one of the main things about being dead is heat is life. The absence of it, well,
God, I hate this.
who has streetwise or academics?
I have streetwise.
I do. I've got Streetwise 3.
Nice. Who and does anyone have heightened senses?
I do not. I've got Sense the Unseen, though.
I have heightened
Nice.
senses.
So, is it on? Would you like to
Probably
make
not.
it on? Okay. All right. So that being the case, it's all based off of the vibe check. As you all cross the threshold into the building, and they're moving towards stairs or elevators or both, depending on how you all choose to navigate the building to find the general layout to get to the opposite side of the building, find an exit so you can get to your car. As you're trying to decide what it is that you all are going to do, those of you with streetwise and or academics, would you be so kind as to go ahead and roll your wits plus DC 4?
Oh,
Would philosophy apply, or
You have academic philosophy specialty.
Yep.
The specialty would not apply, but having the academics behind it would definitely apply.
okay then?
The reason for academics is the intellectual understanding and learning how to research, analyze, and dissect things. The reason for streetwise is the exposure to non-legal methodologies and environments.
let's see. Hey.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. All right.
So it was the
Is it DC4?
academics plus
Yes.
streetwise plus DC4.
No, it's either or academics or streetwise plus wits DC 4.
Nicely done, Egypt.
It's gonna fail both times. Cool.
This is
Yeah, Will didn't do it.
So, is that everyone? Yes, that's everyone. So, starting with. Well, alright, so we'll start in reverse, shall we? We'll start with the 2. Those of you with 2. As kindred, again, heat is life. Cold is the opposite of that for you. Walking across the threshold, you understand, not for the first time, what it feels like for someone to walk across your grave. The hairs on your arms would normally be standing at full attention if you were living. As you are in fact dead, and most of you didn't blush, that autonomic response doesn't happen. Just the emotional absence of that does. You walk into a building that is technically open for business and in operation, and there's no one.
Wait, are we not blushed? I can't remember.
I forgot how to check.
There isn't a way to check.
You would have
Well,
rolled a blush earlier. And
yeah, it would have been like the first when we awakened.
yes. And with that being the case, with that being your feeling, your summation, that takes precedence for you all. You know what it feels like for something to walk across your grave. You know that eeriness of walking into a room where it doesn't sound like you know it should. Those of you with 4, this is the perfect sort of building where you have plastic wrap all over the floor. This is the perfect sort of building where you don't have to worry about alibis. You haven't seen any cameras. There isn't an attendant. The lights are on, the doors are unlocked. This is the sort of place that the police would easily and usually ignore. I.e., it's the perfect place for kindred to do kindred things with no recompense. It's the sort of place where if you were up to no fucking good, you would have your victim, your target. I mean, your money. You know those people arrive, and while there would be no one visible, there'd be 5 or 6 hungry kindred waiting behind the next corner to devour the person that walked in at the correct time for the meeting. And Egypt at 7 successes. At a supernatural level of successes, you step across the threshold and you all are moving through the lobby space, and you know immediately that someone has died recently in this building. This is the sort of setup you would leave so that there would be nothing but the wrong sort of questions pointed elsewhere, anywhere but where you are. This is the sort of place that within the last hour, someone has met their end. This is the sort of place that you know if you look too deeply in one of the closets, coolers, refrigerators, or hell, you've even had people stashed in ovens, that you are sure to find a victim. You know when you walk across the threshold and you're moving through the lobby that there is at least one corpse in this building right now.
Realizing what we walked into, I immediately halt walking and halt everybody walking behind me. Touch nothing. It's a fucking death trap. We don't
Now I
want
kind
this.
sense the unseen.
I kind of look at Kyra, still kind of potato sacked over my shoulder. I was like, "You hear that? You touch anything, I will throat punch you."
Your butt. And I touch your butt. I just poke it.
I don't do anything. I just kind of go, "Yeah, all right."
This is just a pass through. We should not linger. Whoever killed whoever it was is probably still not far, and we don't want to be stepping on whatever it is they fucking did, especially if we're tracking around it, because then we look like we fucking did it. So we need to get out of here as quickly as we came in here and touch nothing. I start looking for the most possible exit that will lead us out away from where the cops are coming from so that we can circle back around.
I'm gonna turn on Sense the Unseen. Because I can. And see if there's any ghosts so that I can point out where not to go.
There are bodies everywhere throughout every major city in the world. Hollywood is no different. It is not a major city, but it is in fact a full-fledged city built upon the bones of industry. Unlike most other cities around the world, it wasn't built atop the echoes of the past. All of the ghosts, goblins, and skeletons in the closet of Hollywood were put there on purpose. The cost of doing business during those days. The cost of doing business during these days. And while there are ghosts everywhere, there are none inside this building. Would you be so kind as to go ahead and roll your wits plus awareness? And while that's happening, Egypt, would you be so kind as to, being as you're moving pretty much off of instinct, plotting based on the general layout of the streets outside and where you're trying to get to, just give us a idea, left, right, up the stairs, down the stairs. Are you trying to find a lower level to escape through? Or are you trying to find an upper level? Or are you trying to find a door on this level?
Basic layout, I would look for a door possibly on this level, but if we have to go down, then back up to get through the building. I'm okay with that too. I don't want to go up though, because you go up, you get trapped.
And can Katarina help with this role, or?
No, not a roll. You guys are on, again, the building nominally is empty. And that's the reason why we say nominally is because, well, as you're dying, you still quantify the person, right? You still are part of the census. And even the recently dead, technically with medical assistance, within a certain amount of time, can be resuscitated. You can, like your computer, if it starts acting up, turn it off, turn it back on. So there is an opportunity that you all are not completely alone. There is a hall that you all understand about this place and places like it. It is literally a killing floor. It's the place where things cease to be. And so it's just plotting your way through the building, down one hall, up the next, because you haven't been here before. This is the end of the Broad Walk, where there's a new nightclub every other month. There's a fine dining restaurant that's the elite is of the most elite popping up every other week. This is the end of the Broad Walk, where the locals and tourists mix and mingle as if each one has a right to be there based on their bank account. Not truly a tourist trap, and it is not truly a local watering hole. It's the space where those individuals with new money believe that they are in fact old money because they've had it longer than, the inflation rate on gas has gone through the roof.
Bill is activating heightened senses now that he's been informed that they are in danger.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll your wits plus either auspics or awareness. And while you make that roll, there is a graying of the eyes. The sclera gets pale. The color seems to fade. The irises meld and muddy with the color. Veins become slightly engorged through the powers of the beast. The hairs on your arm do stand on end, but not because you're chilled, not because you're spooked, not as an autonomic response of you making yourself bigger like animals do. Your hairs stand on end when sensing the unseen, operating as antennae. Your ears moving, not quite like rabbit ears, not cartoonishly up and down or forward or back, but they are attenuating themselves to things that are normally outside of the auditory range. The particulates that you are inhaling are being inspected by each of your senses. You can taste what you're breathing in, and you dip into the other end of the acutorial spectrum. You pick up all manner of bits and bobs and details. There's jasmine, there's myrrh, there's Chanel number 5, there's blood and fire, there's cooking or cooked meat still on the breeze. There is the feeling of something whispering in your ear that you've come to understand is typically being in and around a space where the energy of life has ceased to be. When persons die, there's a nuclear multi-megaton explosion of energy released. And it takes a while for that energy to ebb, unless of course used by those who understand how to use that energy. It takes a while for it to drift away. You are feeling that all over. You are beset. And you're not alone. Bill, there's a scent. There's a scent that cooking and cooked human flesh has. If you had never been exposed to it as to what it actually is, cordite smells strangely enough like a flame broiled pig. There's a small enough difference that most people conflate the two scents into one. But having been there when human flesh has been actually broiled, that scent stays with you. That particular perfume is one you don't forget. You smell that now. It's above you. It's above you and drifting down to you through stairwells, vents, and the like. Egypt, you find a floor map near the elevators. This building leads basically in a circle on this floor, and each floor above it are differing radiuses of circles. The halls are designed to meet each other at various points, turning the circuit of each floor into figure eights and more of that same style. A central outlying circuit or an interior circuit that meets an exterior circuit, but it's basically a squared circle. You have 3 exits that you could potentially use, one on the opposite side of the building, one closer to you down a hall that leads towards what should be an alley or an egress between buildings, and then the other almost directly perpendicular to it, but leading out towards Elm.
And Elma's where we parked the car, but that's also probably where the cops are passing, right?
Yes.
I pause everybody again. Okay. We have a choice to make, and I will listen. This exit, I point to it on the map, very lightly with my tip of my nail, not touching. This place leads us to the car. This place leads us to an alleyway that's a little further from the car, but it won't dump us out into public. Which do you feel like we should take?
The farther one, probably.
I like that. Get out,
Alleyway
get
makes
walking
more
down
sense.
the street. Yeah, we don't want to be coming out of a building that smells like this place.
Also, there's lots of ghosts. Or sort of.
Yeah, I need to know that. Okay, let's go for that exit then, and that is the exit I will plot the quickest point to. The one that dumps us into the alley so that we have cover.
Excellent. Do you guys keep up your heightened senses and your sense of the unseen as you all exit?
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm.
until we're outside.
Mhm. Oh, I would say, as you exit, do you keep those heightened senses and sense the unseen up and active?
Oh, once we're outside, no. Heightened senses is deactivated.
I'll keep Sense the Unseen up because I don't know. This place is creepy, and I don't think outside's gonna be all that much better, especially if something's spying on us.
If you walked into a dark room, Kyra, um, if you walked into a dark room and Annabelle stood up in front of you and rushed towards you, what would be your first response?
Annabelle?
Yeah, the haunted doll that's possessed by demons that could also possess you. You know, the
The
one that,
that one.
yeah, yeah, Annabelle.
I was like, there's three of me here. I would definitely scream. Probably. Um, and try and climb higher, but I'm already, still over shoulder, so
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Big yawn, my friend. You are a big man, big yawn. Um, so there is a dilemma, there is a situation. Um, the consideration as to how best to handle it is what we are presently presented with. As you all step out of the building, Kyra screams her head off.
Which would make Egypt whip around to look to see what she's screaming at.
Empty space.
so Shay's pointing at the. It's coming to get us. It's a fucking doll.
Katerina looks
Run!
at her, looks at the space in front of her, looks at her again, and just says,
She's like,
"The
run! Run! Do you want to be possessed? Run! Let me down so I can run! Somebody! Get. Run!
I'm so glad I turned off heightened senses and I'm moving. Bill is definitely running because he doesn't want to get possessed.
Egypt is fighting that black person's instinct of if somebody runs, you run. She's like, I don't know what the fuck we running from. I don't like the idea of it, but we can move. So she doesn't run, but she like very quickly, briskly walks towards the end of the alleyway to get away from whatever it is.
Fortune kind of goes for like a speed jog, not quite a full run, but very close. Just to look a little bit less suspicious in case there's somebody watching.
It's close your eyes, damn it, Kyra.
It's staring at me.
Then close your eyes. Can't see you if you can't see it.
Fine. That doesn't. I don't know if that's true. I'm pretty sure it could see us anyway. But I close my eyes anyway. And I turn off the Sense the Unseen. Actually, I would know if I could see it. Is that true?
Oh
That makes
shit! Shit!
You all have two actions. What are you guys doing, by the way?
Is there police
As
at
you
the end of the alleyway?
Mm-hmm. And Kyra just screamed.
All right. First of all, put her down. That looks suspicious enough as it is. Uh, we got to make up a lie. You saw a rat or something. What are we doing in these fancy clothes in this alleyway? Oh shit.
Well,
I'm
if
looking for another building to get
we-
into.
Yeah. And come up with a cover story on our way over there. So I kind of place Kyra down, look her in the eye, and kind of wag my finger at her and say, "Behave."
I am looking for another open door that is not back the way we came.
Oh, but the way you came is so much fun. As the uniformed officers who are attempting to set up a cordon would attest. They are closing on your direction because, well, they're a little curious. As drunk tourists, are you involved in whatever that got them out here? There's some mess the higher paid officers are dealing with. They're told to keep a watch on things. You know.
Bill pats himself down, makes sure there aren't any drugs on him. We should. I don't know where we should go.
There are
No,
always
it's
a plethora of drugs on Bill. You gotta be prepared, man. Life comes at you pretty fast.
Not right now. He's dumping them. He's finding the dumpster.
Which is gonna make more noise. Oh my god, please no. Like I said, we definitely just need to find a doorway to pop back
Yeah.
into.
So for an alleyway,
As you all are,
we could just go into the neighboring building. Because
No, let's
alleyway
just
implies
be
we're
kind of
sandwiched.
Are there any bars near us that we
yeah,
could
back
see?
the way you came.
Any
Okay,
bars
other
away
than
from the way we
just
came?
Are there any bars that we weren't just in the like weird basement of?
What does fate say in this particular location and in your particular regard will give you guys an opportunity? Would each of you all be so kind as to roll, and this is simply because we're going to test fate here, your best attribute plus your best skill. Total those together, and then we will have fate counter that and see where you all land.
All right, we're going with intelligence plus medicine.
So if we pick our best skill and that skill happens to have a specialty, do we count it? Or is it just from the dots?
Sure.
All right.
Sweet.
Sure, you can add your specialty.
Hey.
That's charisma plus persuasion, by the way.
You like being persuasive. Persuasive is
Are
nice.
you kidding me?
Hey.
I don't think we need to re-roll this, right?
You don't have to. It's up to you. Dealer's choice.
You guys are rolling well enough. 4, 3 4s. Come on.
All right. So, as we near the final allotment here, what do we have going? We have. Let's just go. Oh no, we don't want to do that. Screen's doing funny things, and I don't like when it's doing funny things. Take a quick gander here. We've got. Holy crap! All right. What? 10, 17, 21. Holy crap, isn't that? That's nice. All right, 21. 4 is 6. Well, there's a chance. There's a chance. 7.
Or you don't want to reroll it?
I think it's too late to reroll, isn't it?
Oh, fate has lent its hand in the most spectacular of ways possible. You are a stone step throw from a speakeasy, which has decided at this moment, because of the police sirens and have come to the area, to start pushing their guests out into the street to lock their doors so the police don't actually have a reason to come inside. As you all are looking for a place to hide, out of what looks like a laundromat is a sidewalk filling with well-dressed persons who heard from word of mouth about the gathering at this particular speakeasy, and with the sirens and the police, the owners, the operators of this speakeasy have gotten super nervous and are pushing everyone out and away to lock and bar their doors.
I turn and look at everybody. I'm like, let's go that way.
Yep.
There are simply too many people for the police to try and attempt to interdict. There are too many people for the officers to do anything more that feel like they are the centers of a protest. They think that they've done something wrong, and they remember to turn on their cameras. They oh shit, fuck, and start making sure that they have a Miranda right near at hand. They're looking for backup, and one of them is getting on the mobile. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but and he's rattling off, and it is clear that someone somewhere, either up there, down there, or out there, likes you all.
So using the covering of this unexpected boon of people, we will use them as cover, and it's probably not smart to get to the car. We're just gonna have to come back for it at some other point. I hate leaving my fucking car. I really, really do, but at the same time, it's not safe to grab. Get away from this direct area and then probably Uber so that we can get to where we need to get to.
You all are working your plan. You're making your decisions. Here's the other thing that fate has granted you because of such great and unparalleled luck. You realize that some of the back there, way past the police, vehicles that you see leaving the area are vehicles that you all loosely are aware of. As anarchs, the last anarchs in Hollywood, as the ranking anarchs in Hollywood, you all know persons of status for the Camarilla. You know persons to stay away from for the Camarilla. You all know the Seneschal's vehicles. Well, to be perfectly honest, the former Seneschal's vehicles. You all know trouble when you smell it. And while she may still be just technically the former seneschal, she is still someone who is high enough in the Camarilla to cause trouble for you all, even if it's just as a way to make herself feel good about whatever she may or may not have been up to tonight.
Is she driving away?
Her vehicles are in fact driving away. Seen you yet?
You just wanted to just note that she was there, but I think we should leave that pedal official alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna like be short in the crowd.
Information is one of the most valuable things, even if you don't actually know how to use the information. You could tell someone. You can mention it in passing. You may accidentally rat yourself out or snitch on yourself with things that was of no concern whatsoever. Information has a value. So as you all make your way away. Go on.
We need to get in there so we can hand off this information and it becomes no longer our fucking problem.
Where are we supposed to meet her?
I think it was back at the diner that we originally met her in the first place. I mean, the only person that had the number is... Where the fuck has he been, by the way? Like, how did we lose him in all of this?
I don't know. But Inez was at the party.
Yeah, but she still wanted us to get the information, so we're supposed to give her, I guess, the information, right?
Yeah, but is she still at the party?
No, remember, she was sneaking out the back door following that other chick. Remember the thick-shaped one that looked kind of like a hippie? She was following her out towards the back somewhere, so I don't think so.
Alright. Let's get back to the bar.
Yeah, get back to Reyes's. Get back to safety. Get back to where the up is up and down is down. You all plot your way there. You get Uber, Lyft, taxi, the cat, which is, the public transportation, or the links, depending on which side of town you're on. It's called several different things, but it's still the same public transportation that typically doesn't run very late or very often and is always inconvenient. It's public transportation in a place that public transportation was not designed for. And one of the many areas where Hollywood undersizes itself, seemingly on purpose, so that the rigid lines of social status, financial status, and just appearances help reinforce the boundaries between various zones of the city. So as you all make your way back and cross once more across Hollywood towards the safe confines of your Anarch Elysium, because that's literally what Reyes' place is. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can, call it one thing or another, but there's a now apparent reason why Rafe Refuge is called a refuge. Even as it's spitting distance to where the Primogen and the Prince of the city reside and abide. It is a safe haven. It's like playing games as an elementary school child. Duck, duck, goose, it, tag. There is a a refuge out of the storm. Making your way down the broad walk and over Hollywood Boulevard to you get there. You guys approach directly, which means you would be driving past or riding past the Princess Court, which is there on 12th, or would you take the long way around and take side streets and come in from the west?
Probably the circumspect route, since we're being circumspect tonight.
So you all don't have to deal with much of the construction or the work that's still being done. You don't have to deal with the scrutiny that immediately comes to mind. You don't have to deal with much of the inconveniences that you would otherwise have to deal with as you all approach Rafe's refuge. Looking at the time, it is 31 after the hour. Let's take a quick 10 and then be back here at 41 after as you all step through the doorway to your sanctuary.
Hello.
Why, hi there. Armbound. Has everyone else returned? Or is it just us?
I think it's just.
I'm here.
Why, hi here. I need to put this up somewhere. I found an old. So you're a vampire.
You found an old, so you're a vampire?
Yeah. It was in one of my drives. I was looking for some of that notes for tonight in regards to the things that were possible that you might have run into. And I found a. Done mostly as a joke, but it was also an in-world, out-of-world, in-character PowerPoint.
For which world?
Our shared world. And for the record, our shared world includes. Oh, excuse me. Chicago, its outlying south suburbs, as well as Gary, Milwaukee, Las Vegas, and its outlying suburbs and areas. Bethany, which includes Shreveport, and the north-ish, mid-southwest portion of is Louisiana and yeah, Oklahoma. I forget, is it Oklahoma? But anyway, it's that region of the world, as well as the entirety of the coast, New Orleans, Mobile, the other place. I thought there was another one that highlighted. There outline stories that connect to. Like, kind of look at the map here. There's a London. There's a Colorado location. There's an Idaho location. There's a St. Louis, Missouri. But yeah, all of those places actually exist and have stories that connect to our shared world, though not many of them actively come up. Oh, and then there's a Cuba, but Cuba is story-wise is one of the last places you probably want to be. Great, beautiful vistas, and the night will probably
Probably what?
you know, cause your immortality to come to a crashing halt.
Very quickly, I assume.
Oh yeah, it is. Because of the things that have happened there in canon sorta, it is the place where it proves and exceeds the axiom that most neonics don't survive their first year. You'd be lucky typically to survive your first month, let alone your first year. Oh yeah, and that's the other place, Walkerton, Indiana, and Indianapolis. They're in there as well. You guys should go to Walkerton. I mean, I'm sure that it's a fun place for someone.
Sounds very fun.
Egypt, you made it back yet?
But what was your PowerPoint for? Which PowerPoint was this?
It's a. So you're a vampire. PowerPoint.
Nice.
Probably need to update it. It's pre-release of several of the supplemental books. It's before the player's handbook as well. So there's some updating that needs to be done before I could share it in world again. Yeah, it was I got a wild hair across my ass and decided to do something stupid, and so I did that. So it's it's a resource, but it's outdated, which technically probably makes it more perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So everybody's back. There's an axiom, there's an understanding that you can never go home again. And people have taken that to mean various things and sundry associated philosophies on the theme. Meaning that you can never go back. What's in the past is the past, blah blah blah, so forth and so on. People have tacked on a wild assortment of beliefs to that notion. Truth of the matter is, you can go wherever you want. You can do whatever it is that you feel that you need to. Consequences and mileage vary, as it does. When you all step through the door of Race Refuge, when you get back to Goose, as it were, you realize that it may not be as false as we thinking individuals like such things to be. Because while it is still a safe haven, it has largely been a safe haven because it's a place where people know how to behave. It's largely a place where people, specifically kindred, know you don't fuck around, because finding out means that you won't be able to find anything else out ever again. Stepping through the door and seeing the broken chairs, the bottles, the stench of spilled beer and other harder alcohols. It's like watching someone egg your family home for youth. Seeing Wraith with bruised knuckles and a torn and clearly accosted being about him as he sits at the corner of the bar is like watching a camp follower make their living in the temple of Hades, a god not known for such fornicating and adulterous actions. It's like seeing the Virgin Mary being defiled, in, or worse, dressed in lingerie while holding baby Jesus. It is a what the fuck moment of all what the fuck moments.
Yeah, man, what the fuck? Uh, so his knuckles are bruised, but he's still standing. He's not dead on the floor.
Yeah, no, he's sitting at the corner of the bar.
Well, looks like you had an eventful night.
To say the fucking least. Your friendly neighborhood newly appointed seneschal came showing off his muscles, his new standing, spreading the new law of the land as the voice of Prince Bogach. They caught wind that persons unwanted from Miami have been seen in the area, and they wanted me to rat them out.
Yeah, that's probably who we came here looking for tonight.
Inez? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how word spread so fast. She's only been in town for 2 nights. Yet, the new ambassador, the new seneschal, is already on her. Someone talked.
We're us. We had shit to do tonight.
Where's Enrique?
Well, please, no. Really?
It couldn't be.
It shouldn't be, but we would consider really what's going on here. Why would, of all nights, would the ambassador, the new seneschal, come flexing his muscles in a place that we have a long-standing armistice? This is holy ground.
Egypt visibly getting angry, and he knew we were supposed to fall back here after what we had to do to meet with her to give her the information. He knew where we would be, and it's only because of that other shit that we got caught up in that we didn't make it here in time to be here for that. I swear to God, when I see him, I'm fucking choking him to death. He better not ever come back.
Nah, it couldn't be.
Do you remember the last interaction they had? She ruined his street cred. She's been trying to keep him off social media. She fucked up that race that he was in, and you know how important to him those things were. He wasn't getting the hints that he's breaking the masquerade repeatedly as a fucking anarch. And she was trying to point that out to him, so there was definitely a fucking grudge. Tit for tat.
Well, shit.
Well, what are we gonna fucking do about it?
I don't fucking know. I just want to talk to the guy. I just want to talk to him. I want to make sure that I'm being paranoid. I just want to fucking talk to him. Just talk to him. Yes, that's all I want. I just want to talk to him. That's it. We'll start with that. Just a conversation. Just a nice, quiet meeting. I mean, just a nice, quiet conversation. That's it. That's all.
You don't gotta pretend, all. We understand. He fucked us over too in his own way. Because imagine if we had been here when those motherfuckers had showed up. Yeah, he deserves any talking to he get.
And you do know he was in our group for so long, but he's breaking the masquerade. He hurt us. Who's knowing what kind of shit he's doing right now, because we don't know where the fuck he is.
That makes me concerned I have to get back to the condo, because if he's already ratted this place out, I'm scared to think what might happen at my house.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Cypress Bill's gonna make a phone call to his herd. Make sure they're okay.
Katarina makes a very similar call to her retainer. And she's like, hey, I need you to go check on my place, make sure nobody got in that wasn't supposed to.
There's a lot of calls. There's a lot of outreach done to your various personal networks. Right now, the word on the street that all's clear, relatively. There's the rumors that Velma has put out feelers for hitters. Seems as if somebody violated the general peace and armistice of the Goblin Market. And she's putting out polite requests for those with the skills and talent to help her. In the midst of you all reaching out to various outside markers, herds, chainers, allies, contacts, doormen, and the like, you also find that a lot, and by a lot, I mean a lot, of the connects, the distros, the hubs of accountant space are being purchased or have been. And some who were and are in the market are expecting a veritable recession on criminality. It seems as if someone's putting the screws to everything. Some folks are saying that it's that fucking cop, Captain Raymond, who has begun beating the bushes as if he's conducting a murder investigation, as if he's looking for a particular person, and everyone caught up in the storm of his actions are considered, well, acceptable losses. And it's causing a lot of the purveyors of criminality to retreat from public space. It's causing people to board up shop and try to batten down the hatches to ride it out. Others simply just moving to points due north and points due south. You all are staring at a mass migration of directly criminal and associatedly criminal enterprises. In Egypt, You have an invitation to a party at the retreat in Fort Lauderdale tomorrow night.
That's weird. I ain't been down there in a fucking long time. No motherfuckers is rapes. I mean, dude, get your groove on and all, but too many wrinkly old buttholes for me. She's just kind of like half-ass saying this out loud. See if anybody's big.
And Katarina busts out laughing.
So, turns out I got an invite to Fort Lauderdale for tomorrow night. Some big fucking party. And it sounds like maybe something tied to this. I mean, I don't know. All I know is the place is mad fucking sketchy. The last time I was there, it was sketchy. I don't think it's gotten any better, but
it most assuredly hasn't. And while normally it'd not be your cup of tea, but being perfectly honest, and I'm not sure how much of that you're going to share with your coterie, it is because of the wealth and depth of criminality. It's like setting up a candy shop at a you will make money hand over fist, over fist, over fist, over fist, as people spend, trade, barter for those party favors. Something to mellow them out, something to get them going physically and emotionally, something to help them feel. Many people fail to realize that, or don't know that many of places such as that are breeding grounds for all manner of contagions, communicable issues, infections. And the reason for that is because there is a lowering of inhibitions and safety standards to the point where not being risky marks you as odd. Not indulging and engaging in absolutely beyond reckless behavior is the only way to actually stand out. Places such as that, being of a sober mind makes you effectively alien.
as you explained, look, it's a moneymaker for sure. Bill, you would fucking probably love it. I made so much when I went. But the thing is, they like to be touchy-feely, and consent is not always key with the motherfuckers. They sort of like it, but then they sort of don't. And if you play hard to get, they try too hard to touch, but don't belong to them. So that's kind of my problem going there. I don't mind going there, but they don't know how to say no. So if we go there and we don't somewhat act like we participate, and they gonna pay too much attention to us. What we need to be able to do is slip in and blend in, but in a safe way.
And how do you blend in a safe way to that kind of place?
So everybody be a close poly.
That works too.
That we like to watch, but we not fucking sharing. That learn the fucking lingo,
that would
basically.
work because everyone who knows us knows that we're a group. So.
Don't they though?
Well, they know, the ones that know Egypt know that we're a group because I'm assuming they could put 2 and 2 together.
Oh, they definitely can. And there's a reason why I was doubling down on your statement. You all saw the former seneschal of Prince Bogach leaving that party, or leaving the area around that party. What are the chances that they or one of their retainers saw you all?
Pretty good.
Pretty
You were
high.
escorted out. Yeah.
Yeah, this whole cover up, we're supposed to be getting to the root of this and figuring out who the fuck did this. If the new seneschal was here, fucking shit up, then he wasn't at the party. But she was at the party. So what does that mean? Yeah, we need to probably take a trip. I don't think we got time to do it tonight, but we need to take a trip because I need to figure this the fuck out and trace it backwards before it spreads any further.
Should we try and find Enrique? I forgot his name.
He's probably on the ground with what other shit's probably about to pop off for him. He's a marked man and he probably knows that. So I don't know whether he's gonna stick around too hot. But I mean, if we find him, we find him. We can kind of put some feelers out, I guess. For the most part, though, we should probably focus on trying to at least get some of this information to Inez. I don't know how we're going to reach her because the only fucking direct access we had was Enrique. Or didn't, like, maybe one of us took her card. I don't know.
I don't remember a whole lot of that meeting because
You were drugged. It's okay. We know. You weren't yourself.
Yeah.
Does the bartender have Inez's contact information?
Because she's a Miami anarch who left Hollywood for the battlefront of Miami, pushing the Sabbat out as they were fleeing or leaving or being driven out to make sure that the Camarilla didn't seize Miami for themselves. However, there are several criminal and less than legal, extra legal organizations and groups in Miami who would be aware of the anarch structure or those in it.
Well, she knows all of them.
I'm also laughing because the cat here responded. So
That's great.
okay, so then we'll go that route. We'll get our Miami contact information and then use that to get Inez's contact information and make that our plan for passing off this information so that it's kind of at least told to somebody and we're not sitting on it. And then I guess maybe if we need to, we can fall back to my place.
Alright, that sounds like a plan.
If you all find Enrique before I do, please make sure he comes and sees me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll throw him in the trunk for you.
Long story short story long, on all states in between, you all fall back to Edith's place. But as you all are leaving your ride, your Uber, your Lyft, your taxi, your rideshare to get into Egypt's condo, you ever had a feeling that someone's watching you?
Yeah, and it's usually a fucking ghost.
It definitely is. They're 100% far more perverted than you think. Even though, living flesh does nothing for them, except for maybe the hitch or ride, they are very much interested in the feelings, the ebb and flow of life. The reason why I asked, have you ever felt like you were being watched, is because, well, short story long, long story short, you are.
Bye.
What's up?
The last time
roll.
you saw them, the last time you saw them, they were plumbing the depths of one of the Ama.
Oh shit.
Wait, what was that?
The last time you saw them, they were plumbing the depths of one of the Ama.
Oh no.
The devil with the red dress on.
It's clear they don't know exactly where you all may be heading, and they were relatively to give them none of the benefit of the doubt. They were clearly hunting for where you all might have gone to. Not you specifically, but people that look a lot like you. Because here's the thing. Egypt's condo is on the broad wall. It is on the other side of the and river. It's on the side of those with money and ill intentions or good intentions. It's right up the street from the Bel Air Beach Apartments. It is several miles from where you all got yourselves stuck when getting kicked out of the party. It is not quite in the North Beach area, but it's close enough that people from out of town you can lie and they would never know the difference. It's like living in Joliet, telling everyone you're from Chicago. It's like living in Jersey, telling everyone you live in Manhattan. People from outside of the area won't know specifically what you're talking about when you give them the address, and they'll think it's all the same. But locals know. So Egypt's place overlooks, quote unquote, the North Broadwalk. It's not really in that area, but it's close enough to spit at. She has a beautiful view of the ocean and the Stranahan River, depending on which side of the condo you're on. It is a area that is not quite the Rack, but it is as close to the Rack as you can be and not be part of it. To the north of her is, the Paradise Hollywood Beach Hotel. Across the street, there's the Oceanside Hotel. Down from her, the Bel Air Beach Apartments. Across from her is the Sunrise Hotel and the Clevelander, as well as the Del Mar, which is like a little touch of the past glory of being guest at a hotel. Which is funny enough because right smack dab in the middle of all of those hotels and all of those high-rise condos and all of those far too expensive shops is also sober living. Just any sober living. It is the sober living. So that you push come to shove come to pushes, will pay out the nose for your sobriety.
Real downer of a place.
Yep.
I can't lead her back to my place. I can grab the spare car that I have here and we can fucking head to Fort Lauderdale tonight, but I cannot let that bitch anywhere near where the fuck I live.
Is she looking at us? She sees us, right?
What's your stealth?
Not that high.
Does anyone have obfuscate? Is anyone
Actually,
using
my stealth is
obfuscate?
very high. Holy shit, I have 3 dots.
Look at you. You are a walking ghost. You could hide in a cardboard box and sneak past security guards. No one would ever know.
Dang, I should have just walked past those cops.
Yeah, you should have.
I have 0 stealth.
I have
All right.
1.
All right. There we go. And Katerina,
Yes.
what's your stealth at?
0.
Ooh, nice. Nice. So that's a grand total of 4 base stealth Divided by 4 people. It'll be fine. You guys get this.
I'm feeling very sneaky.
You guys got this. It'll be fine. It's not, she couldn't see you all. Yeah, she's looking in your general direction. Yeah, she seemed to be comparing your facial structures and your genetic line based on, your disposition of build, height, weight, eye color. But no, she doesn't see you.
Good, good. Yep. I'm very happy to hear that.
Gotta get to
Now
the
let's
car
go
quick.
somewhere else.
So, if, for instance, and this is just a hypothetical that is 100% factual, if you all had one action, what would you be doing right now?
Getting out of her view range.
Yeah, probably doing the same speed walking to the nearest exit. This point being Egypt's extra car and speed walking towards it. In the endeavor to not get seen more.
Yeah.
Following along.
But where's the fun in that? Don't you want to, be a good neighbor?
No, I want to hit that bitch with my car, but let's not go.
I mean,
like
hitting that bitch with your car is kind of being a good neighbor if you think about it.
Good neighbor to everybody she's taken out.
So, you all know what time of the evening it is. Would you all each roll depending on whether you're doing it as stealthy as possible, or doing a flat out, I don't see you, you can't see me, and headlong, speed walk, slowest chase ever maneuver towards your vehicle. Is it an all out thing? Or is it a stealthy?
I'm
Bill's
going with stealth.
Yeah, Bill's trying.
I'm not going with stealth because my stealth is ass.
Good, then you can be the distraction.
Cool.
We'll swing by and pick you up. Up on the back.
Why does that remind me of a thing one of our other campaigns did where we had to do a very similar maneuver to that? But I was the one driving.
Because you
You have
just
to stealth.
All right. So that being the case, using stealth, it is more patiently moving versus all-out sprint walk. You can be so kind as to go ahead and roll your stamina plus athletic as high as you can. If you are doing full out, then it is 100% your dexterity plus your athletics.
see.
Your group total will be compared against Miss Evangelista's direct and focused attempt to put a kibosh on such.
You said composure and stealth?
No, stamina athletics.
Stamina athletics. Wait, I thought stamina and athletics was
If you're trying to be stealthy.
running.
No, stamina athletics is about stamina, about outlasting. Your stealth is literally to keep moving without drawing attention to yourself. Versus all-out speed walk there.
So wait, just what are the two? What's the one that goes with stealth?
Stamina athletics.
Okay.
All right. You two are Bill and Egypt are definitely with it. Like I belong here. How dare you even look in my general direction? You clearly mean someone else. It can't be anyone but... It must be everyone and anyone but me. You're looking... The people you're looking for went to... I don't know where they went, but not here. Please move along. I have no reason to... Yes, quite right. They went somewhere else. You're not looking for us. These are not the kindred you're looking for.
These are not the droids you were looking for.
If you weren't gonna say it, I was.
Very, very nice. And Katarina, is that... No, there it is. Okay, because it's showing it's 10:06 on my screen, but it's really from 10:18. So you all have a grand total of... Well now. 7 and 10, 17. There's a 4. Look at that. I say. What does fate decide for ya?
I feel like Bill and Egypt are used to this kind of maneuver, considering they have to get out of nightclubs sometimes when the security starts getting wise to their actions.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Wow. So, literally by the hair and skin of your teeth, she's looking in your general direction, hasn't made up her mind that you are, but she's not quite willing to leave the scent alone. Like a dog with a bone or a cat with a pile of catnip that would make Scarface envious. She's curious. She's moving in your direction, and some of you all internally begin to sweat. Externally, you all keep calm and move like ducks across the pond. On the surface, completely calm, completely normal. Under the surface, pedaling as hard as you possibly can. Paddling as fast as you can. But on the surface, it looks as if everything's nice, calm, and serene. There's no splashing. There's no, no one's drowning. There's no big beating of the air with your wings. You look calm. Everything's perfect. You know where you're going. You're not looking around for anything. And she's curious, and she's hounding your steps from a distance. She's just closing. And the passing lynx breaks her line of sight with you all just long enough for you to duck into the garage space out of sight, leaving her on the sidewalk scanning north and south of you, looking for where you all went, and then realizing that you all snuck on the bus that was passing. She knows it's you, and because she runs back the way she came, flashing a hand sign to the gentleman across the street you all didn't see. And they hop into an SUV and begin pursuing the bus. Shoot.
Exit pursued by a bear.
He's pursuing the lynx, and you all are near Egypt's backup car, her spare, not her baby, not the one she styles and profiles in. What is it that you all choose to do? And while you're considering that, what your next maneuver, if any maneuver, is the next step for you all together, separately, or whatever may cross your mind, allow me to be the first to say thank you all for a lovely episode. I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, nobody.
Everybody, you're welcome.
Yeah.
This is intense. I'm scared.
Wouldn't this be a funny way for our characters to die? Be like, oh, so yeah,